Hello everybody, my name is Jacob, and welcome back to Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Remember, we're doing a 100% playthrough. Doesn't mean we're going to get everything in every level right away, because some stuff I literally can't get until later on in the game, in like a Metroidvania kind of style, but it means we are going to get every single thing in the game by the time it's over. And we're going to the next level. Guys, it's time for Goo Lagoon. The pop-in, man, pop-in is... Didn't think it would be a problem on this game, but I guess it is. You know, I keep saying that this game is on Unreal. I don't know that for sure. I don't believe that an Unreal logo popped up at the beginning. I wouldn't be surprised just because it's a very malleable engine for a lot of stuff, but I would be very curious to know what engine this was made on. Especially considering I don't know what engine the original game was made on. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Oh my god, I love it. His glasses, the way his one eye is like... Oh, was he always pedaling? I never noticed that. Yeah, I love that sound effect voice. It's so good. Yeah, it's called a monsoon. I know. I played the original game. Do you really think anyone who didn't play the original is playing this? Come on. Actually, I hope there are a lot of people who didn't play the original who are playing this. Please tell me you got the umbrellas right. Yes, you did. The umbrellas, you hit them and they make a little, they play a little musical note and they spin.
SpongeBob, do I look burned?
Well, you do look a little red.
Barnacles.
Yeah, the robot stole their sunscreen.
Exactly. That robot is out on the island, SpongeBob. If you hit one of them, connect all, then I'll...
Yeah. I gotta burn him with a... Yeah. Oh. This feels almost exactly the same. Like, I genuinely cannot imagine anything different, or like, picture anything different. Oh, did they make... Did they make Bubble Bass the... Oh, no, they didn't. I thought they made Bubble Bass the guy. Maybe they tried to make it look like him, but... No, it doesn't look exactly like him. Okay, come on, let me out. Thank you. Yeah. All these umbrellas. The SpongeBob even moves the same way when you stand on one. Like, watch. Oh, bad example. This one does it really well. Let's do this one. Alright, whatever then. Yeah, he moves exactly the same. So maybe it is the same engine. Maybe was the original built in Unreal? Like the Unreal over the time? I don't think so. But maybe it was. Maybe it was... Oh, I think the original was Gamebryo. That old thing. I can't remember the last time I played a game that was made in Gamebryo. Well, I mean, if that is the case for the original, I can, literally, because I played the original just the other week. Thought about doing a playthrough of the original, but I realized it wasn't going to be up by the time... It wasn't going to be up in its entirety by the time this one was up, and I also wasn't sure how susceptible or how receptive people would be to watching playthroughs of what are pretty much the same game back to back. God, the camera is definitely better than in the original, which is saying something because the camera wasn't amazing. It was pretty routine 3D platformer camera. But yeah, there's little details that I'm noticing that I do like, that I do think are good. Could I just... Or did you make those have to be hit by fruit? You did. Hey, little kid. Gotta get Patrick for this. Yeah. I love the way his feet sound. Everybody be quiet. Let's go. Well, hold on. Audio settings. Music down. Dialogue all the way down. Just the sound effects. Listen. I love it. Anyway, back to the game. There are small things that I'm noticing that I do enjoy quite a bit, like I thought I would dislike the like reticles being underneath everything, but it does make it kind of helpful when there's stuff like, oh, there's when it's stuff like, oh, there's a I mean, it's pretty much the equivalent of like shadows being underneath a character to make it easier to see where they're gonna jump. It's tiny stuff like that, and like the reticles being everywhere, they were mostly there in the original, but now there's stuff like, hey, the kids who are floating tied to balloons that I'll encounter in just a little bit, I saw out of the corner of my eye, like, hey, they have reticles under them now, which is actually kind of great, because one of the infamous things in their like side mission was you would go up to them and be like, I'm pretty almost positive I hit you. Why are you not? Why have you not registered that I hit you? Have you been lonely out there all alone by your lonesome? Yeah. All right. Oh, I love the animation on his face. That was pretty great. Alright. Time to make things happen here. I think I need to hit one of these first. And I think... yeah, no. It's not that one. It's this one, I think. Because I don't believe it goes... Sorry, I just bumped the mic. Or maybe it is. Whoa, I can jump through there now! Wow! That's way new. Because one of these doesn't direct to the other. I think it's that one that I just passed, but maybe we'll see. But one of these doesn't connect to the other, so I need to hit it, make sure it goes to the right one, so it connects to the other one. No, it doesn't. Did they change this? Oh, please tell me they didn't. They did. They definitely changed it. Unless this is the one that each one of these options hits a different one. No, they changed it. They made it easier. Wow. I gotta say, kind of upset about that. Because in the original, you would... So in the original game, how the puzzle went was one of these lifeguard stands would not be used. It was there to kind of trick you. And even if the laser or the sunbeam landed on that one, both of the button options would not work. They would both hit and do like the eh sound just like that one did. So I'm actually a little upset that they made it so that every single one is used, like made it a little bit easier, which is something that I kind of hoped this game wouldn't do, was dumb things down, because it offers a decent bit of challenge. The original offers a pretty good, like, nothing extremely complex, but a pretty decent, like, entry-level 3D platformer with some pretty decent puzzles towards the end of the game.
I don't know, Mrs. Puff. It looks like... Yes!
Yeah, pop the balloons. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Now there's reticles underneath them, which pretty much tells me, like, hey, this is where you need to hit them, which is great, because in the original there was nothing like that, and it provided a little bit of a headache sometimes. Can I break this like I could in the original? Nope, can't break it. In the original you could hop up on some of the geometry and get over there earlier. Doesn't look like I can over here either. Not even right there. Interesting. Yeah, the camera is a little... camera could use a little bit of work. Come on. Come on over here. Come on, let me pop you. You're very expressive. What about up here? You gonna let Uncle SpongeBob pop you? Come on, kid, let me pop your balloons. Let me pop your bubbles. That's suggestive.
#1 in the Bikini
Whoa!
hunt 3 years running.
Oh, interesting. They didn't do that before. Before they just kind of stayed wherever you were, like wherever you popped them. So if I popped them over here, you just would have stayed over here. But now they fly back that way. That's pretty good. See, again, an example of a change that I like. Makes it a little bit easier to understand. Makes the game a little better. Come on. Alright. Wow, they erased the stripes on those that make it clear that those ones lower. Gotcha. Yeah, before, I mean, quite simply, before the game, or in the original game, there were stripes on these ones. I mean, now they're discolored a little bit, but that doesn't really do a lot. Before, there were stripes on them to indicate, like, hey, these ones, these pillars, will fall when you stand on them. They will slowly lower. So be wary. And now that's clearly not the case. Physics I think it's just physics in general. Because some of the physics are good, some of the physics, and I could wish I had the original physics. Like, just the way that the sliding works, like I previously mentioned. And the way that the tikis work. Because of just, like, the way that gravity works in the game. But, again, these are all tiny things that are not impacting the game as a whole. They're impacting these tiny little areas that are still fun regardless. Come on, where are you floating to? You seem a lot older than the other kids. What grade are you in? Yeah, fly on back. Fly home, fair soul. Alright, time to pull Patrick out here for a little bit. Solve a stone puzzle. Hey Patrick, you ready to get stoned? See, like, right here. This is meant to be a puzzle. So don't give me the little aiming reticle. And it doesn't. And the tikis, throw the tikis, these feel good. These feel like the right momentum. Okay, come on, game. Come on with the physics and all that. Oh, that's so wonky. I don't even need the third one, do I? Does Patrick have enough? Yeah, Patrick has enough height. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is how much the shiny object stuff should cost. Maybe they made the original, or the first couple cost that much just because it was the intro level, but I don't know. Yeah, here's a question. Did they make these orange ones? No, they didn't make them bouncy. Interesting. They made them look a lot stiffer, but they didn't make them bouncy. I definitely thought that was something they was going to do. What about these red ones? Nope. Oh, interesting. So now that Patrick can do his mid-air attack, that... because you just couldn't do that in the original game. But now that adds a little bit of, like, strategy to... now Patrick can cross some gaps he wasn't really able to cross before. So that adds a bit to the game, and that's pretty interesting. I do actually kind of like that. Even though Patrick attacking in midair is a little weird, I do like that now we have that extra momentum for him, because there are some places where we will need it. So, enjoy that. Definitely do. Definitely like that. Defo like that. I like it like that. Me likey dad. Reference to one of the most underrated comedies ever made. Which is shocking to say, considering underrated typically means critical reception. That movie got an amazing critical reception, but bombed at the box office, so nobody remembers it. That was odd. Physics worked a little weird in that one. Okay, come on, only got one more left. Work with me, camera, work with me. Yeah, see, all of these, at a glance, you'd be able to tell, like, all of these are the sinking ones. But now you can't. Come on. Stay up for just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. He's almost here, he's almost here, he's almost here. Aha! I tricked you, viewers! I tricked you! I do like the animations on these new ones that flip. It's pretty good. And I love they're all sitting there dizzy. They're definitely not children, but they are sitting there dizzy, and that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I got a checkpoint. No kidding, game. A little slow on the uptake there, ain't ya? I am really enjoying the way that there's a kind of I don't know. There's issues that I have with the physics, but then also there's times where I'm like, no, the physics are great. It's very hit or miss. Literally depends on what I'm doing at that moment. Annual sandcastle contest. Yep. And this little guy's flopping around. Excuse me just one moment, sir. I've defeated the monster, but... Hey, little Atari controller.
Shines.
Excuse me, sir. I must get the
Love
sock.
opening presents.
I know you do, SpongeBob. You've said that quite a bit, how much you love opening presents. Okay, how do you look? You look exactly the same as the GameCube one, which is not
If I had
a bad thing, because he's a bubble guy. He's not supposed to look like... I mean, the only way he could look better is if he was completely clear, because he's made of bubbles. That sound effect needs to be, maybe, taken a notch down, because it's still extremely loud. So I don't know who's in charge of that at Purple Lamp, but wow, that covers a lot more than it does in the original. Interesting. And the sound effects are the same for the... Oh, I think it must be either Unity or Unreal, because in Unity and Unreal, sometimes when you respawn, there's some issues with, like, sound effects triggering again, because the game thinks you've done something twice, because you're loading back into the world, and I don't know, it's odd to... It's one of those things where, like, it's been an issue with the engine for so long, you'd think you would fix that. You'd think that the game designers, at the very least, would notice that and adapt to it. But I guess not. Also do like that originally didn't have that sort of an animation. I like that it now does. It had a animation, but not one that looked as lively as that, which is the point of a remaster, to make it look a little bit livelier. So enjoy that. Like that quite a bit.
Rain, go away.
Oh, come on.
Just met the Spongejay1.
Right underneath you. Yeah, Hammer, come here. The tiki designs look a lot more ornamental, and I like that. Again, it's a remaster, so it should be, the details should be where it thrives. Ideally, you shouldn't have to worry about tiny nitpicky stuff like the stuff I've been talking about, but you don't really have to worry about them because they're not really issues. It's just really personal preference. Like, there's probably so many people out there who are playing this remake who, again, don't notice it, or don't care, or prefer this set of physics. And that's completely fine. That's 100% A-okay in my book. That's up to them. And who am I to say anything different? I am nobody to say anything different. That's the point.
You, Everett needs to do laundry. How?
Oh, why did I? Come on, let me... Oh, I don't want to walk all the way around again. That's one of my least favorite parts of this level. Just a huge misstep of, like, why was there no... You've already had levels where you've had two teleport boxes in the same level, so why not put another one, please, game, because I don't want to do this again. In case I fall down, but whatever. It's fine. Also, yes, I know there's a sock there. I need Patrick to get to it, unless I wanted to do some, like, strats, but I also don't want to do the strats because I don't want to have to walk all the way up here again, which is what I would have to do the strats. Yeah, no real explosion sound effect. The original game had, like, a nice sound effect with some impact, so like a gut punch a little bit, and that was just like a little bit of thunder and a smashing noise. Really nothing else more. No more than that. And this level looks gorgeous, as it should. Like, again, if there were issues where the game didn't look good, then we would have a whole full-blown set of issues on our hands. But as it exists, This game pretty much exists in a point where I can confidently recommend it to fans of the original who want to replay the game, pretty much looking at it like it always looked in their heads. And then I can also say, but at the same time, to fans who want to play this game, who are like, oh, well, not to fans, to newcomers who want to play this game, who are like, this feels a little weird, should it feel this weird, this is wonky, I don't like this. I can say, okay, if you don't like those things, then actually you should play the original. Because the original doesn't have those issues, doesn't feel as wonky, whatever it is, however you want to refer to it. Because there are some things that the original does better. And plus there's just that general fact of, it's the original. Whoa, okay.
Like a spring breeze.
Oh. Okay, the damage radius on that is a little... See, it's odd, though, because those used to have... Maybe it's the way that the new engine works, maybe it's the way that the new physics works, but those used to be way heavier. Those used to be way more floatier with regards to how they worked with physics. Like, those used to be the things, like... They used to work pretty much like the fruit, the way the throw fruit lands and flies through the air. That used to be how those, like, fish balls were. So it's odd to me that that, of all things, was fixed. God, again, momentum. When SpongeBob flies out of the water now, when any of them, like, fly out of the water, it's way too fast. It feels jerky. It feels like a gut reaction of, like, whoa, 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 hold on. Oh, come on. Come on, game. Let me get the sock, please. Yeah, I think if I was to change anything, or ask them to change anything, it would just be speed. The speed of a lot of items should either be increased or slowed down, just for better game feel and also to be closer to the original. But again, it's that double-edged sword, and I know I keep repeating it, I know I keep saying it, which is funny to me that I keep repeating myself on a game that is literally a remake. They're only really issues if they bother you. If the game developer said, no, this is how we wanted it to play, we wanted it to be a little faster, we wanted it to be a little slower, etc., then that's different. That's a different scenario. And far be it from me to tell them that they're right or wrong. Because it's their game, it's their vision. They set aside the time and effort they wanted to make. They wanted to do this remake. I mean, money wanted them to do the remake, let's be honest here. But still, they're the ones making it. They're the ones with the passion. I don't have the passion to remake this, mainly because I don't know how to make video games, but the point still stands. I can only complain so much about this stuff because I'm the player, the fan, not the developer. Oop, hold on. Dance, SpongeBob. Alright. Yeah, just had to take a little dance break for a moment. I think this is going to be the last episode of the session because I'm getting kind of tired. But God, I don't want to stop playing. It's so good. It's so much fun. It's my childhood remade with a fresh coat of paint. Whoa. What was that? Don't know what that was, but whatever. Anyway, anywho. Yeah, he's also a lot slower to burp now, I've noticed. Yeah, and both of those now take a little bit longer to fall. Yeah, it's rising, I know. Water, rising, must get to higher ground! Yeah, you can hear in my voice that I'm starting to get a little sleepy. Just a little bit sleepy, guys. Just a little bit, not too much. That sounded so creepy. Also, why we got the fences on the side? You could just move the cave up or leave it as it is, where it was just one open area, because that takes away a little bit, because I like to see the pier on the other side. It was one of the cool things about the original. You could see the pier on the other side, or through the window, or whatever. However you want to phrase it. Alright, and get Patrick over here. And let's go ahead and get that last sock. Because it's just right there. You know what? Hold on. Gotta admire his jump, his squishiness. We're not gonna, because again, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to all the levels, and we're gonna get the rest of the stuff. The carnival is closed. Yeah, I gotta go in and beat up the robots. So let's go do that. This is one of the levels that I don't think looks as good as the other ones. Like, it looks a little darker, a little dimmer. Like that new animation, though. And where's the music? There we go. Iconic, weird music. But yeah, this area seems a little. It didn't get the it just seems like the brightness is turned down. Like this right here, where you see SpongeBob, where you see Patrick and Mr. Krabs talking. This is the correct level of brightness, and then you get in here, and it just seems a little. Well, now it doesn't. What the heck? So weird. The way the lighting is working is pretty weird, but I mean, it's fine. It still looks really nice. It's gorgeous to look at. It could have taken a second pass on those Loch Ness things, though, because those still look weird. They look more low poly than everything else. They look more like, hey, we took the original model and we just put a fresh coat of paint on it. Yeah, come on, let me smash stuff. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Patrick's got quicker abilities. He's got quicker destroying abilities. Which is also funny to me that Patrick is collecting his own socks. He's like, oh, hey, SpongeBob, will you please collect these socks for me? By the way, I'll do it as well when I come out with you on your adventures. Which, by the way, Patrick didn't ask for this. He didn't ask for these little adventures. But no, he's just forced to. Because SpongeBob is his friend, so he's just like, oh yeah, sure, I guess I'll tag along with you on this death-defying adventure. Why not? You're my best friend. I guess I will tag along with you on these to take out these murderous robots. Sure. Because after all, doesn't that just make the most sense in the world? If you had a friend who walked up to you and said, like, hey, will you help me take out some murderous robots? Wouldn't you say yes? Wouldn't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. And if you said no, bad person. Come on. The lady's waiting in line for the bathroom. I'll leave her be, I guess. Yeah. I'm at this point, I'm noticing tiny things, just tiny little observations. Nothing, again, that's bad, but just like, it's like you're staring at a painting, and your first judgment is like, yes, this painting looks good, and then the more you stare at it, you're like, I like more specifically, this painting looks good with the way it shows, like, the beach, or the way it has water, or whatever, looks good. Like, you start to get more specific in the things that you think about. Yeah, this platform looks worse. The animation, the way it moves, looks significantly worse than the one in the original game. The original game, like, spun around a bunch and had great, again, momentum. That's where I think it's faulting. Like that, who cares about that? Who cares about the, like, if you're like, oh, well, that one had bad momentum when the way it felt, yeah, but who cares about that? Who's going to look at that and go like, oh, that's the example that I'm talking about? Because that's clearly an animation that's only going to happen that one time. Versus, oh, yeah, I have an almost weird amount of control right now. compared to the original game.
That's much better.
And yeah, I guess it... You know what? It's not going to make levels like Sand Mountain or like Sandy's Dream. It's not going to make them more difficult. It's going to make them like weirdly easier. That's what it's going to do.
Smoothies! Yummy.
Yeah, that's a new voice line too. I'm loving these new voice lines. Getting everybody in to record a couple new pieces. Or maybe who knows, they pulled these from the upcoming movie that I'm still gonna have to wait even longer to see now, unfortunately. But whatever, I'm not salty about it at all. And no animation to, again, they're missing the little like Tweety Bird above their head effect, so I can't tell if they're knocked out or not, which is a disappointment. I wish they would have kept that. But whatever, you know what? Can't fix everything. Oh, hold on. Let's listen to Patrick's feet again. Hold on. Gotta do it again. Oh, let's dialogue down, music down. Again, listen to his feet. Love it. And look at the way his arms are flipping and flapping. Love it. Anyway, back to default. Yeah, and even the way the faces he's making as he jumps, like, top tier stuff. Top tier stuff. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this spatula. Yeah, we have frozen the entire ocean. The entire ocean, as far as the eye can see, has been frozen. And then we'll get the, we'll finish Goo Lagoon, and then we'll call this an episode. Because it will be an episode. Haha, you see what I did there? Oh, I've never noticed that before. That's a pretty cool detail. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and... Power bungee. Yeah, I also miss in the original game you could transport to a level really, really fast. You could just hit the A button like really rapidly, like da 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 da. Alright, we're done. We're good. We did it. Thankfully, there's no more bungee where I need to destroy anything in a particular order. It's just like, go bungee down there, get the thing, get the sock, get the spatula, get the whatever. So yeah, not really super worried about that. Let's go ahead and clean out the bumper boats. Oh, did I trigger the second box? Man, I sure hope I triggered the second box. Pretty sure I did. Super Spatula Seeker. I got an achievement. Pretty sure I triggered the other box. I don't even know where the other box is. Oh yeah, it is. It is right here. I did trigger it. No need to worry. Never mind, guys. All good. We'll go destroy that other robot, and we'll get the heck out of here. See, that's a nice fade. Why can't we have more fades like that? The fades are some places, and they aren't in others. No, don't do that. Don't do that, game. Don't show me that, and at the very least, don't show it to me until after I've beat up the robot. Why are you here? Am I supposed to hop on top of you? I don't care. Are you supposed to be an indicator that that's the one to push? Surf's up, dude. Surf's up, my dude. The spinning animation is weird. I don't know if I like it. It's fine. I don't know if I like it. Alrighty, guys. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and stop it right here. We're about a third of the way through the game already, which is very funny to me. But yeah, we got a bunch of more cool stuff to do. Got a bunch of more areas to do. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And on that note, thank you everybody for watching. Like the video if you like the video. Share the video if you want to share the video. Subscribe too if you want to. That's totally up to you. Would be even extra super sponge-tacular if you did that. I have been Jacob. You have been just wonderful. And this has been SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Have a good night, y'all. See you guys in the next episode. Adios!